YTPC and Steve, Three Rivers, Wednesday afternoon. It's getting close to Christmas. This morning I've been into town. It's December. It's grandchildren, both of them, their birthdays. One of them is actually on the 24th of December. It's also my good lady's birthday in December, and there's Christmas. So I've been catching up on getting cards and presents and bits and pieces. I haven't taken Molly out this morning. I'm smoking 1792 Flake, Samuel Gowith. This is Virginia's Kentucky whiskey topping. Was it Talquin bean? Tonka bean? I find it very similar smoke to Condor. Well, it might just be me. Tonquin bean. Amazing thing, really. It's used as a vanilla substitute. It's anticoagulant, which is good. It's used in soap and perfume manufacture as well. So when people say it smells like, tobacco smells like or tastes like soap, whatever, then it's the other way around. It's the soap is like tobacco. I think that'd be fair. And also it's an aphrodisiac. Amazing. So I got back from town and just doing some reminiscing, really, going through some old bits and pieces. We've got a football club not far from us, Manchester United. I've been involved with that club since 1966, and I've met, either through coaching or through functions, I've met and spent prime time with a lot of my heroes. You may or may not heard of these: George Best, Nobby Stiles, Sir Matt Busby. And in the day when I had my own business, I used to sponsor the odd programme up there. And they just, like, they call it a luncheon club, and once a month on a Monday. And you could take your customers up there, your guests, and be fairly well supported. The whole used to be what we call the Warwick Suite, and it was absolutely packed. And this one day I sponsored George Best. And his signature's on there. And George, like Irishman, loved his beer. But he was on a wagon at the time. I know, because I was drinking Highlands water with him. And on the menu was bread, steak and stout. Neither of us had the soused herring at the time with tomato. I think maybe anybody in Scandinavia is saying you missed out there. But yeah, happy days. Another time with Nobby Stiles. I was Nobby's very first after dinner speak. Norbert Stiles World Cup winner in 1966 with England. He's not very well now. Not well at all. So prayers go to you, Nobby. And that was maybe the FA Cup. You might not be able to recognise me. But there's some Matt Busby, Nobby Stiles, Wilf McGuinness, Billy Fouts, Dave Sadler. I'm next to Dave Sadler there. So, yeah. In the light jacket at the back. Handsome bastard. Yeah. That was Nobby's debut. And the George Best, someone had pulled out because they didn't think George was going to turn up, so I sponsored it instead. And those are all my guests there. And you see George with the beard, if you remember George. Yeah. And myself there and our guests and customers at the time. Happy days. Yeah, very happy days. So, yeah, Molly's been doing the... Oh, crikey. We've been on another shoot. Molly, fantastic. The only thing is, partridge, no problem picking up. The pheasant just seemed to look a bit too much for her. Not in weight, just... She wasn't quite sure. So we put that to rights now. She's doing absolutely brilliant. So there's nothing she can't do in the shoot situation. I'll not be going on one in December, but I'll be going on one more in January, and that's it. That's a season over. Yeah, she's doing exceptionally well. There's quite a number of dogs there last time, all working dogs. And to see her in amongst them, you think, well, that's it, she's in her element. Marvellous. Anyway. In my country gentleman, by the way, the flake. So I'm reminiscing, sitting down, checking on my Christmas list, and the postman turns up. With a package. And apparently, it's from Mississippi. And it contains wood carving sample, pen cleaner sample, and a spice sample pack. Now, I'm thinking, who the heck could this be? And the only person I know that comes from that part of the world who has my total respect, and we all know him as Professor Jeremiah, and I did send him some spices. I've not really heard much back response, so I wonder if he sent them back to me. I don't know. I have not opened this, but I have cut some of the seals to make it easier, so bear with me. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, Professor Jeremiah. If you don't, I will put a link to his site. You think about Indiana Jones. This fella's done it. But he's very humble. He doesn't talk about it that much, but I am aware that he has. It's not for me to say, but he's been through some challenges in life which Indiana Jones would probably run away from. Anyway, let's finish off the opening. Best using the sharp end, isn't it? Using my trusty Leatherman. Again. Wow. You put me to shame. Oh, crikey. Right. There is a... Oh. Now this reminds me Now that's a sign of a gentleman and a scholar. This reminds me, and I have a Freudian slip. I keep wanting to call the Professor Wing Commander, because in days gone by, as a gentleman, crikey, about 15 years older than me, he was. I know Professor John was a lot younger than me. But this gentleman, the Wing Commander, Charles Edward Michael Penn Lewis, old boy, and you say, what, he loved this pipe and his cigars. He would be in his element today if he was still with us with the YTPC. You would not get him off this medium. He would be there. You would just subscribe him to his channel willy-nilly, because he was such an educated and well-read, and he'd done things in the world. You think, crikey, he can't be that old. But yeah, a wonderful man. And this is the kind of thing he did. He would put a seal. So I will just open this. Seems a shame to open it. I don't know if I'll read it out to you, but I will just have a look at it. Wow. We're talking class. Thank you, Professor. I will say he's put in here, these are a few little samples of the hobby which we all enjoy so much. Thank you, Professor. I'll just see if I can read, or you probably put these in a lot better style than, wow. Right, these aren't going to make a lot of sense to me right now. I would have heard of them, but there's only one American tobacco which I've two, Edgeworth, and the one that Gaz sent me, Sutcliffe Country Estate. Always put in the Ziplocs. Now I have heard of this. Now Sutcliffe, I know, is a premium. Oh, what have you done? Northern Country Estate. Caravan, Country Estate. Caravan from 2007. Now Edward G. Robinson, I know I've seen you on film smoking this, Professor, and I know there's quite a lot of presenters out there smoked and enjoyed that. I know it's a Venera. It's a Venera. Father Dempsey, and again, if not one of your favourite professors, one of Dash's favourites, I'm pretty certain. I've seen him, he's just gone off into a dream. You've been smoking. In fact, I think Molly might enjoy that. Can you see Molly? She's down there somewhere. Wow, Professor. I was on pins when I sent those tobaccos to you. Vanilla, oh, the famous vanilla custard. Wow. Wow. Cadiz, I'm not sure, Cadiz, Cove, Cavendish. These are all looking at, I think they're all dark tobaccos, which suits, Cary Grant, Kramer's Cary Grant. These are all things I've only ever heard of. I've written them off. I thought, no chance. Captain Hill's Night Watch. That sounds fascinating. Never heard of that one. Good grief. Oh my word. Right, this is me. I've been running down the stocks. I've just literally, this is empty. Now it's just probably a third of a bowl in there. I've already opened Squadron Leader, which I know is a favourite of yours, Professor. When the temperature drops, I've got a tin there, December 18, 2018, Virginia and Latakia. Some Bothy Flake, which I got from Bob Gregory, July 2019, that I enjoyed. And Navy, which again I got from Bob in July 2019. That's it, that's my total seller. And I was just cutting back. I thought I'd got to the point where I just never had the bowl at my mouth smoking. Oh, are these legal, these? Professor, I will do a review. When I say review, not in the truest sense of the word, I will tell you how much I enjoy these tobaccos, each and every one. I have commissioned a pipe. If you go onto the Professor's 100th video, you will see a pipe he has there. I forget the name of it, but it's got 2-knuckle bamboo stem in it. It fascinates me. I've not got a bamboo stem, so for Christmas my good lady is buying me that, and I've commissioned, Professor has sent me photographs, measurements, dimensions, and they've all gone off to Ian Walker at Northern Briars, and I might see him a week, second Sunday in December. But hopefully going to the Glossop Pipe Club meeting at the Globe Inn. Everyone's welcome. Get an update on whether I get that in time for Christmas. So yes, so it's going to be based on the Professor's pipe. So it will be unique for Ian. And that, in fact, I now know what I'm going to smoke in it. But when I get that pipe, it's going to be the Father Dempsey, or Father Dempsey. Oh, mind you, there's so many good ones here, isn't there? No, I'm sure you'll advise me. Yeah, I think it'll be the vanilla custard or a Father Dempsey. It'll be one of those two, which I will christen that pipe with. Professor, I have no idea what's in here, but it's so well wrapped. I'm hoping it's not legal. No, I'm joking. I'll certainly sniff a dog's when I pull this one out. I don't want to use them now, just in case I cut something. I shouldn't. Oh. Oh my word. No, you can't do these things. Here's me. I don't think, come Thursday, it'll been a month since I've done a video. And I wanted to, there's a couple of things I had in my mind, which I won't do any spoiler alerts, but things I think people might have been interested in, kind of tobacco related. Oh, I have not got a bamboo pipe, have I not? It looks I have now. As I say, it doesn't surprise me the way the Professor's packaged this. Oh, wow, wow. I don't know if you can pick that up, but the grain is such a beautiful pipe. the geometry. I will have to try this. Beautiful drawer. Oh, Professor, hi. Thank you. What can I say? Beyond, I never expected anything, and then this comes. Don't tell. This, I think this is one of your. Am I all right to break this open? Yeah. Wow. So, one of your bespoke leather. Oh, lovely. With pipe cleaners. Professor, your generosity. I'm going to say it doesn't surprise me because that's the kind of guy you are. I mean, I sent you some condo and a few other bits of, tobacco, because going back in realms of time, some way back, I was going through your videos, thoroughly enjoying them, and you, both in Africa and, oh excuse me, is it Belize? Fascinating, the stories, just listening to you. It reminds me so much of my old pal, Charles Edward Michael Penn-Lewis, old boy. I may tell the tale one day why he was called the Wing Commander, but it was quite fascinating. It might not be for, you need a strong stomach, so I don't want to just throw it at people at the moment, but I will. This is, oh, I don't know what more I can say. I never expected to. I mean, the pipe of commission with Ian, I thought it was going to be my very. I mean, how many of us have said this will be my very last pipe? But that is so practical. It's beautiful. I will examine. I can't. My eyesight's not wonderful, so I can't tell you any more than. And it's a beautiful pipe, beautifully engineered. Beautiful. Professor. I'm now more than stoked up. I was going to get some more tobacco on order, probably in the new year. And I was just sort of cutting back, as you do, thought, am I enjoying this far too much? Oh dear. Professor, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed those tobaccos that I sent over, or whether you're waiting to share them with Josh, I'm not sure. But thank you so much. My brain's gone. I'm on meltdown right now. So I'll just say thank you so much, and hope to see you all soon. And Professor, what more can I say? Only that I know you did a Zoom on Monday, which I couldn't make, and the previous Tuesday when you didn't do one, I found myself still at the desk doing writings, but I kept checking to see if you had come on and you hadn't. But there we go. I'll try and make your next one whatever time it comes on. So ladies and gentlemen of the Briar, and in particular Professor Jeremiah, thank you, and catch you again soon. God bless.